So 2024 was a pretty fun year for movies. A couple of good ones, a couple of bad ones. But I think it will be a good thing to look ahead at the movies that are coming out next year. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today in this video. So I'm George. Welcome to the channel if you are new. And today I will give you guys my top 10 list of most anticipated movies for 2025. So let's go ahead. So before we get into the actual movies, I want to say everyone happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Even though Happy New Year is not yet, at the time I'm recording this video, it's currently the 24th of December, so Christmas Eve. So to all those who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve. And yeah, don't forget also to subscribe and leave a like in case you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment down below in case you want to see more videos from me, especially on some of these movies that we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it. So top 10, which is actually one of the movies that was in last year's list for most anticipated movies, is Mickey 17. It was supposed to come out this year, but it was unfortunately delayed to April 18th, 2025. It stars Robert Pattinson and a couple of other actors. And basically, the premise is about this guy who signed up to go to sort of icy planet to do certain assignments. But every time he dies during the assignments, his body gets rebuilt back. And I'm thinking the movie is set up around one of his clones, sort of. And yeah, it's set around two of his clones, one a corny one and one more serious one. So this has the potential to be very fun. The director has won an Oscar for Parasite. Bong Joon-ho, I think, is the name of the director. So yeah, this is pretty much a fun film to look forward to, especially if you like Robert Pattinson. And it's a little something to hold him off until the Batman Part 2. Top 9 is Sinners. This is the new Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan film, which is coming out on March 7, 2025. It is about two twin brothers where I think one of them is human and the other one is a vampire, but I'm not completely sure about that. I think it's set in 1920s, 1930s, United States. So judging by the trailer, is a bit of a vampire western. He's giving like huge Blade vibes, and we're basically getting a Blade film before the Blade film even gets into development. So that's pretty fun. I like Michael B. Jordan from everything I've seen him in. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. I like Ryan Coogler a lot, judging off the Black Panther films and the Creed films, which is where Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, collabed the most. So yeah, this looks like a fun time, especially for a horror-esque movie. So yeah, I'm pretty much excited for this one. Top 8 is Predator Badlands. This will be a new Predator film set in, I don't know which year, but I know that the director will be the same one from Prey, which was a very fun movie that I don't know how it didn't get to release in theaters. It was straight to Hulu, but it will release on November 7, 2025. So yeah, it starts Hella Fanning, so she will probably play two characters according to some rumors we've heard. Some people have been saying that she's playing the human character and a predator. We know that the predator will be, the protagonist of this film. So the protagonist of the film will be a predator. So that's pretty fun because most of the predator films have had protagonists that were the humans, not the predator. So it's now fun to see a predator film from the perspective of a predator. And according to some rumors, Elle Fanning will play the predator in this film, which will now be a female predator for the first time in live action. So that will be pretty fun. Top 7 is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake. This comes out on June 13th, 2025. Almost a remake of the original, but not really. The director has said that a lot of things will, keep on from the original. Some stuff will not. And it's normal, it's a live action remake. You try to do the same things, but also keep some things fresh. We only know that the only cast member I think that came out from the original was Gerald Butler as Stoic, Hiccup's dad. The director is the same one from the original film, so this is the first time I think doing a live action film, and is with one of these projects that he actually created and became such a beloved franchise. Judging off the trailer, Hiccup and Toothless already look pretty nice. Toothless actually looks like a lot better than what I was expecting, but I'm gonna let him cook. So yeah, pretty much excited for this one. Top 6 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm pretty interested Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I've watched, I think, all or almost all of the MatPat theory videos that he did back in the day when he was still working full time with game theorists, but that first Five Nights at Freddy's movie is a pretty mixed movie for a lot of people. I actually quite enjoyed it a bit. While I do think there were a couple stuff they could improve on, which will probably improve on in the sequel, I think it was a very fun movie, especially for fans. I'm a fan of the Five Nights at Freddy games. I've played every single one of them besides Sister Location. Never got around to play that one, but as an avid Five Nights at Freddy's fan, I'm excited for this one. I know that Matthew Lillard is coming back, so that's very fun. And we also have our first poster for it, which teases the toy animatronics. So that will be pretty fun. Top 5, okay. This one might be a little controversial. Maybe, maybe not, but it just comes out to my preference, which is Mortal Kombat 2. If you guys remember back in 2021, we had the first, Mortal Kombat movie, live action movie in years, literal decades actually. And that's also one of those video game movies that people have mixed opinions on, which I actually agree with. I found it a lot of fun, especially a lot of the gore parts. I think Kung Lao was still the MVP of that movie. That one Natara scene, fatality scene, was incredible. So I generally can't wait for this. I've played almost all Mortal Kombat games besides Mortal Kombat 1. I'm still thinking about getting it, but people are saying that it's just worse than Mortal Kombat 11, which apparently people did not like at all. But I haven't gotten the chance to play it, but who knows, maybe one day. But this releases on October 24th, 2025, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. Top 4 is Avatar Fire and Ash, which comes out on December 19th, 2025. This is the third Avatar movie that we're getting, I think, out of 5, which I think the last one comes out in 2020. I think it might actually be 2031. So in 7 years. 7 years. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I've always been a standard Avatar fan because I watched the original, the first one back when I was a kid. It came out like when I was 2 years old, so I watched that movie from a pretty young age. And when Avatar: The Way of Water came out, I went to watch it with my family in the theaters. Had a lot of fun with it. So I'm excited to see how they mix it up in a third film, especially with the new Fire Clan. So that's very fun. I respect James Cameron. I'm excited to see whatever he does. So yeah, very excited. The top three. So top 3 is Michael. This is the Michael Jackson biopic, which comes out on October 3rd, 2025. And I'm very, very excited for this one. Since I was a kid, I've always been a big Michael Jackson fan. Michael Jackson was one of those singers that once his songs started playing, at home, we just couldn't stop listening to them, always on loop, or just albums after albums after albums. To this day, I still vibe to his music sometimes. I just find them pretty fun, and especially with Jafar Jackson playing Michael Jackson in this film, and apparently the movie containing over 20 of his songs somehow. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes about on Michael Jackson's life. I heard that this movie will actually, feature a lot of the things, a lot of the criticism that he had during his life, especially the allegations that he had. I think in the late 90s or the 2000s, I think he had a lot of those allegations. I think this movie will talk about them. So that's not something you typically see on these types of biopic films. So yeah, very, very excited. Now the runner-up for most anticipated films of 2025 is The Fantastic Four: First Steps. I think this is pretty much the only Marvel film I'm excited to watch next year. But I'm very, very excited because The Fantastic Four is one of those franchises, one of those team of characters that haven't found that much success in the movies. The first 2 Fantastic Four movies from the 2000s were just those are the movies that I like rewatch every now and then just to have some laughs. I think Chris Evans is still pretty great at Johnny Storm, and then the 2015 Fantastic Four movie it is what it is. I'll just say that. But hopefully with Matt Shackman finally taking his, take on the Fantastic Four, now being set in the futuristic New York set in the 1960s, and with the Galactus around, and what's his name? Mole Man, yeah, Mole Man it will be around. The cast has me on board. Vanessa Kirby will be great as Invisible Woman. Ebon Moss-Bachrach is such a perfect casting for Ben Grimm. You guys don't actually know. Joseph Quinn still was one of those castings that took a bit of time to grow on me, but I'm completely sold already. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic sounds very fun because Pedro Pascal is such a great actor in everything he does. He went from Star Wars to The Last of Us and now Marvel, so he's just dominating nowadays. So yeah, very very excited for this. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. But the release date is still worrying me of July 25th, 2025 because of this next film. And then my top one, my most anticipated film for 25 is Superman. To whose surprise, I'm a lifelong Superman fan. I have a lot of, Superman, not a lot, just a bit of Superman merch around the house. I have a copy of All-Star Superman, this little Funko Pop that came out with some Kinder Egg, things. That's pretty fun. Hold on. Yep. Keychain. And then, last but not least, is what I use almost every day. My Superman mouse pad. So, when I heard that James Gunn was developing a new Superman film for his new DCU, you better believe I was jumping out of my seat. I was just, dying of excitement. And now with the recent trailer, which actually looks incredible, it's like the most viewed Warner Brothers and DC trailer of all time. And I think it is the top 5 most watched trailer of all time. It still hasn't been a week, I think. I don't think it has been even a week since it released. It is already the 5th most viewed trailer of all time. The cast, the atmosphere, and everything is just hyping me up. I think David Corenswet has the potential to be the best Superman ever since Christopher Reeve. That's a big take. That's a bit hot take, but I think it's definitely possible. He has every card aligned. Everything we've seen from his Clark Kent so far just screams essential Clark Kent, along with his Superman as well. The suit looks pretty great. I love the suit. And I honestly just can't wait. We're getting a new Superman film next year, which is something I wasn't expecting to say forever. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting to say this in forever. Ever since Henry Cavill, still was Superman. But yeah, July 11th, 2025 will be a day to remember. So yeah, these are my top 10 most anticipated films for 2025. Comment down below your list. I'd be curious for that. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and comment below what you think of these. And yeah, what I said before, your top 10 most anticipated list. So I'm George. Peace out. Take care.